I'm tired. Morning, guys. What's going on? It's Thursday morning. It's 6:30 in the morning, and I have another run. I say another run, but this one is very eerily similar to yesterday's run, because today's run is another 16.5-minute run. I'm gonna run to downtown. I'm gonna run back. It's gonna go by really quickly. That's really all I have to say about it. I got a new pair of headphones. They're exactly like the old pair of wired headphones I got, but I had to switch those up because I had those for 3 years and they started messing. I don't know if the signal started getting crossed or whatever it was, but I plugged them in yesterday morning and turned on my music, and then all of a sudden the volume was going up and down. It was pausing and starting on its own, and it was just weird. And I know it isn't the headphone jack because I plugged in my normal pair of headphones, which are actually wired headphones, and those worked fine. And then I plugged in these this morning after buying them yesterday, and they worked 100%. So I think old age finally caught up to my old white ones. So those are officially rest in peace status. So rocking the new pair. These are going to be probably my headphones for a while. So feeling fresh on that front. Also, I think I made the decision to push my long run from Saturday till Sunday, just because we're moving on Saturday, and moving is always such a pain in the such a pain. It's always such a pain that you never really know what's going to happen. You never really know what's going to come up. So I'm trying not to project that it's going to go smoothly and I'll have enough time to run. And so I think it's just better if I try not to squeeze it in and just take Saturday, focus on moving, getting everything out, getting everything moved into the new one, the new apartment, and not having to have this 2-hour run. I looked, it's exactly like last week's, another 2-hour and 11-minute run. And trying to find time to squeeze it in. So I'm just gonna push it to Sunday and we'll just call it that. I'll still get it in. But, moving can be so stressful that I don't really need that extra burden. And she doesn't need that extra burden either. And so we're just gonna make it easier on everyone by pushing it to Sunday. But, no real other updates going on besides that. So, I got a 15-minute run ahead of me. I'm gonna go stretch out, get this over with, and go into my rest couple days. Feeling good, feeling fresh. So I'll stretch out, get this run going. See you guys after. I'm having some serious flashbacks to yesterday. Ran 1.57 miles at a 10:33 pace in 16 minutes 30 seconds. Very similar to yesterday. Started out pretty slow, warm up. I have a really bad habit of these shorter runs to not stretching that much or at all. So I started out really slow to get warmed up, and then my original goal was kind of take it that pace the whole time, just kind of take it easy. But as I got warmed up more and more, my pace picked up more and more. It helps when I know that I only have a handful more minutes to go, so I can run faster and not have to worry about burning myself out for the end of the run. So I ended up running farther than I did yesterday at about the same pace, a little faster probably. But still feel good. I actually feel better now. It's a beautiful morning. I want to see if you can see this. The sun's poking out. I know it's an interstate, but kinda. You get a bit of it. Let's go indirect. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. I actually ran the opposite way too. So the Pearl Brewery is the opposite way down Broadway. So instead of running downtown, I ran that way. And that place is super busy. Usually when we normally go, it's usually on the weekends, which makes sense. But for the most part, it was pretty empty, and the sun was like just coming up, and it's a really old style brewery facility. So they've actually, I mean, they modernized it. It's not actually a brewery anymore. It's essentially just like a market with restaurants and stuff. So the sun, like, it's super old buildings though, and so the sun's poking up, and I love old buildings, and you know, the sun just coming up over the top, like just bathing in like morning light. Like, it's super cool. It's not hot, it's not cold. And like just running back and seeing like the sun coming up through the clouds. I've talked about this to my friends and stuff, that I don't think there's enough clouds here. If there were more clouds, it would be way more nice to look at, because normally it's just clear blue skies, no clouds, that's it, and hot. But when there are clouds, like, it gives the sky such a nicer texture. It gives it something else to look at, and it's so much better. And that's kind of what this morning was, with the sun coming up through the clouds. It was really nice to see. Look at that, you can even see it poking through the bushes. But I just got really distracted there by the sun. But that's gonna do it for me for this one. You know, got a couple of days off. Well, I say a couple of days off. I got a day off tomorrow, and then moving on Saturday, but not running, so I'm counting it as a day off. And honestly, it'll probably be pretty nice being up, moving around without having to worry about running, kind of loosen up the muscles again. It's been a while since I've really felt my legs super fresh, so maybe I can squeeze that back in for Sunday when I run on Sunday. But that's gonna do it for me for this morning. I'm gonna get this day started officially. I'll see you guys on Sunday.